Hey boo, what's going on? Listen, we got to talk about Belle Collective Birmingham, child. I'm gonna try to go off my memory, but I feel like I'm gonna have to pause it, okay, and go catch up just a little piece. All right, girl, disregard this nose because after that Cardi B concert, honey, I felt like someone was like a little poking trying to come through. So I got my little thing. This is my first time trying these little things. Okay, so we gonna see what it can do for your girl, just a little piece. I was like, ooh, I ain't had nothing like this in a long periodical time, honey. But anyway. Don't worry about it, honey. We're about to get into it. Like up this video for me. Thank you for your services. First of all, Kayla and Amber done sat their ass down. Y'all know we ended the last episode with Stormi having to have a conversation with the ladies, but not really trying to have a conversation with the ladies. Okay. So of course, Amber pretty much confront Kayla about her not speaking. And Kayla said, girl, huh? Say what's that mean? Say what's that, huh? Like kind of like what? I would never. Girl, I would never intentionally not speak to you, girl. I don't be on that type of time. She said, you sure? Cause you pulled that stunt like twice, huh? Girl, no, it's not even that serious. Like I came in, I spoke to everybody. Like I don't even much got no issue with you like that. Like we good. She was like, okay then, bitch. I see you, hoe. Okay, I'm like Amber. Why you ain't speak to her then? If you felt so much of a way about her not speaking to you, why you ain't speak to her? And then, Amber, don't put your hands on me because I got something else for your ass, okay? Because you be up there acting like Kayla is weird, but the whole time the weird person is giving Tiffany. The one that you like, no, I like her. That's just how she is. She just act like that. Like what? Weird? Like, girl, what? Either way, hun. That's what's going on with Kayla. Kayla said she didn't do it on purpose. Kayla, you full of shit. I don't care, okay? I do feel like you did it on purpose. Now, Amber is not fully wrong. You did it twice where you didn't speak to her. You was back to back and you didn't speak to her. So I do feel like as time go on, we might see an underlying issue that you really got with her. You just wasn't trying to address it in that moment type thing because you didn't want to have no friction like that. But yeah, like you did that on purpose. However, if you care that much, Amber, for real, it's like why you just ain't speak to her. Okay. So it's just that simple. Okay. And matter of fact, I feel like you should have spoke to her just to confirm the fact that I'm the one that spoke to you. I didn't enter a building, you entered the building. So when you enter into a building, but you supposed to speak, I had to initiate speaking to you, ho. So that's what I think. Okay, we got Tiffany over here talking to a man, honey. Let me tell y'all something. Tiffany over here trying to have a Christian couples games night. Talking about some Christians know how to have fun. We never said the people that's Christians, including myself, don't know how to have fun, honey. Okay? We just say y'all know how to act funny. Honey, that's all we was saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how to act funny. Be very clear about that. Because that's what it's giving. She over there talking about how business is going great for them. And I'm very glad that business is going great for them. I think that was their venue that they had. Correct me in the comments, her and her husband. But basically, she's talking about the kids growing up and how she's sitting up here talking about she want another child. Girl, I was with that man looking at her like, what the hell you want? Is 3 not enough? Girl, 4 is gonna be a fucking crowd. Like, I'm just so sorry. I'm sorry, girl. I'm with the husband. That man hit her with that, you sure? I'm gonna need you to get out that mood, cause bitch, I'm thinking about getting me a vasectomy. I said, I know that's motherfucker. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you with this economy. And I'm not gonna hold you with this administration. And the people that got a hold of the folks in the administration, I'm not gonna hold you. They don't deserve no kids. But either way, she gonna tell this man she needs him to rethink that thought. Now, let me tell y'all something. I will be honest. I feel like if the roles were reversed and it was him pressuring her, we'll be on his neck, chewing and stomping. Okay? How dare you? Right? So I feel like it's the same thing. That man ain't trying to have no more kids. I don't fault him. Like he got one of his own, you got one of your own. Y'all came together and got one together. It's like, girl, let that be it. Let that be it. Okay, because business is going great now, and I'm not saying that it wouldn't with that other child, but I feel like you'll be spraying yourself so goddamn thin. Like that's just how I feel. I just don't agree with it. Either way, Fumi, she's deciding to do like an event in her home where she's going to be hosting everybody. She has some different African pieces that the ladies will be trying on and modeling. You feel what I'm saying? But when they first get to the house, she's talking to Stormi about her canvas party and how Tiffany was a bit off-putting to her. Okay, her little actions, the way she was like, I don't really know about this girl over here. It's giving a little piece of funny acting. Now, when Amber gets there and she learns the same information, Amber's like, no, that's my girl. Like, it wasn't even much like that. Like, you know what? She's never been to a Canvas event. So, you know what? I think she could have been overwhelmed. No, she's an overwhelming individual, her damn self, Tiffany. And not even trying to come down on, I'm sorry, not Tiffany, but Amber. She's an overwhelming person herself, Amber, but not trying to come down on Tiffany too hard. And then she probably could take the criticism, child. I don't know. So, you know, I ain't trying to be mean, girl, but girl, you extra. You are the extra one, high key. But either way, um, that's what was said. Amber was just like, oh, you know, that's just how she is. No, she's cool. I think she was just overwhelmed because it was a Canvas party. I'm like, girl, the excuses you making, but you couldn't come up with no excuses for Kayla. You feel away because Kayla didn't speak to you. So you got this whole breakdown of what you think Kayla is. But we seeing Tiffany for who she is, as well as the damn dog too, honey. But you just act like, oh, that's just what it is. That's how she is. Girl, I need you to get your discernment in check a little bit more, Amber. You hear me? Okay? Either way, so the lady started to trickle on in. When Tiffany came in, she started hugging folks. Baby, Stormi dog got the growling at her. As I said, baby, listen, that is something serious, honey. Okay? That is something serious. A dog ain't finna sit up there and lie on you like that, girl. I was the dog. We see each other, honey. Roof, honey. We saw each other. Grrr, okay? We was with each other on the ground. Some about it is off. I'm not gonna hold y'all, okay? Mm-hmm. So that dog was not finna stop. Baby Tiffany said, it was so funny because Tiffany was like, girl, I'm gonna give you an ear hug. I'm gonna give you an ear hug, girl. Okay, go somewhere with that dog. Boo. Don't be trying to sit up there, girl, and act like you really scared of the dog type thing. Whole time, dog don't even much like you. About scared of you, but I think the dog wasn't as scared of you the way that it was growling. The dog just don't fuck with you. But you tried to make it seem like you was scared of the dog. My goodness, girl. Either way, the dog wasn't fucking with her ass, okay? So the ladies are standing around talking. Baby Tiffany had asked Fumi, Fumi, you doing coat checks or something like that? Like you checking coats? Fumi looked at her like, "Oh, do I look? Do I look like that? You know what? I'll do it for you. I'll be your coat checker today, girl." That's how I was again at the Cardi concert when I had put my light out and that girl said, "Let me use your fan. I mean, let me use your light." Girl, why you ain't ask me? Can I use it? Can I get some of your light? It was like, let me use your light. Like, it was like it was so weird, y'all. And I got to go back to it for a second because you would have thought I was there with her. You came with some other girls. Now, I know the girl next to you keep getting her ass up and walking out, but girl, we are not here together. Like, she had her drink in the cup holder that was supposed to be mine. Then she was kind of turned my way. I'm like, I don't know this woman. Who hop on who this? I don't know this lady. You know what I'm saying? But either way, child. That's a whole nother, okay? Getting back to the damn bells, okay? So Fumi sitting up there like, girl, I'll check your coat for you this time. I know that's right. So she went and put her coat away, being the nice host that she is. And of course, the ladies were talking. Tiffany saying she gonna do this game night or whatever. I'm doing this couples game night or whatever. I want everybody to come. And come to find out, she never invited Fumi though. Never invited Fumi, but you invited Stormi. And then, of course, got Amber coming, but Amber ain't got no man. So, oh, that's probably why you ain't coming for me because your man won't be here. BITCH, you don't even know or didn't even know he wasn't going to be here. You just chose not to invite me, but then want to turn around and use another excuse as to be the reason why I'm not going to be there? Oh, no, ma'am. I don't like that, girl. You a little disrespectful, honey. Okay. So I do think that was messed up, but I believe she said she still was gonna show up anyway. At least that's what Fumi ended up telling the lady she was still gonna show up and see how it goes. And if things went well, she would have stayed. But I don't think things went so well. Okay. But after that, they did some modeling, you know, in the attire. Oh, before that, actually, Kayla got to talking about, I guess, her divorce, the guy that she brought along. And Fumi said she never knew she was divorced and she was sorry. She said, "Oh, you ain't gotta be sorry, girl." Okay. She was like, "Oh, well then congratulations," or whatever. All right. So that's what's going on with Kayla. The ladies did a modeling of their outfit, their attires. I like how Stormi's look was. I love the colors that were in it. And then I also like Sinetta, baby. Baby, that's the lady I was talking about that I said she is so pretty, so gorgeous. The one that was at the event. I thought that was the mayor's wife, but I don't think that's the same person. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that's the same person. But either way, Sinetta looked great. Love her outfit. The green outfit she put on. I said, oh, baby, you better work it in the walk. I said, come on. Loved it down. Absolutely. But those were like my top two for the most part. And that was pretty much everything that went down. We ended up seeing Kayla, brought her man out. Okay. She was over there working with the kids that she worked with, trying to get them some modeling deals and stuff. He pops up with flowers and stuff. And from the glimpse of him in just a brief second of this man, it's like, okay, you might be girl, let me reserve it, because every time I say y'all may not be some bad men, y'all might be a decent guy. Try y'all embarrass the people every time. But so far, so good is what I'll say. She is at a place where she's ready for him to, I guess, meet the kids, be introduced to the kids, or not so much as that, because I think he knows the kids. It's confirming to the kids that they are in an actual relationship versus just being friends, because they've been dating for about a year now. And I'm like, girl, you think them kids stupid? Them kids know what the hell going on. He thinks the little kids are going to be the ones that are easygoing versus the older kids, But he's like, listen, I'm not here to take on nobody else's role, like, or at least take nobody else's place. I'm only here to support you and reinforce, whatever it is that you're already teaching them and stuff like that. And I kind of like the way that he said that, but only time would tell if that's what shows between the dynamic of her children, as well as him. Right. And she kind of got emotional talking about that, thinking about that, and facing that reality of the situation. But, it is what it is. That's all I got so far. Let me see what else happened on this show. Oh, so let's go back to Fumi's house. So when they were sitting down, what's her name? Tiffany was talking about, I guess, getting proposed to and married all in the same day. She said it went viral on social media. And when I first saw it, I'm like, I don't remember her. But then there was another part of the clip that I was like, no. I think when I heard the story, I was like, do I remember her? She does look familiar. And then when I saw Ricky Smiley walking her down, it confirms what a lot of you guys were saying, is that she's Ricky Smiley's niece. And I'm like, okay, maybe I've seen her on his reality show before or something. That's probably where I seen her at. But she talks about how everything went so fast. Stormi was like, oh, I thought y'all were together for years. And she was like, no, we weren't together for years. But, then we got married here. And then we got pregnant on our honeymoons, like super, super fast. So Stormi is like, it's a lot of questions there. I don't know what kind of questions she means exactly. Is the question that she actually got pregnant before the honeymoon, which is why everything was rushed, so that she could keep that good girl Christian image? That's the thing that I would think Stormi is referring to. Other than that, I don't really see no big deal for it to be like, oh, it's very questionable. No, it's not very questionable, unless, because Tiffany love to leave with this Christian that, Christian this, Christian that. All right. And I think that's one of the worst things you could do on TV. In my personal, not be a Christian, but to lead with that, knowing that your actions that follow up are not going to give the perfect image that you try to display amongst others. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's telling you not to be a Christian or preach whatever word, but it's like, that is your identity in a sense. And I don't know if it's going to pan out. I just feel like it's going to be a contradiction ultimately. And I feel like we see that when they do the couples night at some point, right? So they do the couples night, and of course the ladies come. They decided they was going to play some game where you put the straw inside the water bottle while the water bottle is in between the people's legs. Child, I was like, okay, but hey, what they say, Christians be having sex too, huh? That's what they do. Anyway, okay, that is what's going on. We see Lala Anthony. Lala Anthony comes in for the photo shoot. She looked really good. Lala looked amazing. And what's crazy is, there was a photo of her floating around on social media of her face looking a bit swollen, and people were dragging her. But the lady is gorgeous. Like that, that's not edited on this video. But I don't know how long ago it was filmed. It seemed like it was filmed at the top of the year. Whereas that photo of her just went viral, a few weeks ago? I mean, maybe it was an allergic reaction. I don't know, but the lady looks good. You know what I'm saying? To me, she looked good here. So she joined and partnered up with Canvas Beauty to do a line, right, for the body butters and everything. And she said she saw Stormi out. She reached out to Stormi. And Stormi said she wouldn't even think about no damn celebrity collab. She over there just minding her business, doing her thing. And Lala reached out like, I got to be in on this. What we doing? What are we doing? And I love that Lala was like, I be watching you. Like, I've been watching you, like, your brain, you're different. I like how you did this. I was watching how you move or whatever. Like, I kind of like that she said that. You know what I'm saying? It comes from a space of being admired. Like, I admire her type of thing. So I thought that was dope. Especially hearing that from somebody to me that's as big as Lala. Okay. So I thought that was great. Again, she looked good. And yeah, that's just that. And I do believe that Lala was a part of the 48-hour live that was going to be coming up for Stormi over there on the TikTok and everything to promote that brand. And it was just a nice photo shoot. Now, at some point, we do see where Canvas has this Canvas Beauty creative boot camp or something like that. Canvas creative boot camp. Girl, y'all messed up in the boot camp, huh? Y'all messed up in the creative. What is it? Canvas creative click. And what Candy used to call Candy Cody click. I'm screaming. Canvas creative click. Okay, the 3 C's. Like, y'all a little mess over there, girl. Okay, I saw somebody on Twitter. I believe, shout out to LTV Productions. I believe it was him that said, "Ooh, this right here, could be a spinoff." And I said, that would be cute. But if she do it, I think she should call it something else. Cause I don't know if I would want to see it like attached to her brand in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that could do good for sales, but then at the same time, I feel like it could be bad for sales. So I don't know. May not be such a bad idea, but I don't know. It needs to be a distant project. But all in all, that's what was going on. They had an event. I mean, they had a sit down where one of the people, I can't think of either of these people's names. However, you had one team member where he was trying to promote things to a customer, getting his content, because the whole goal is to get so much hours of content, right? Or so many pieces of content to push out. And part of that is approaching different regular people and letting them smell the different scents, right? And then getting a natural reaction from them. And so when he was over there talking to a potential customer, one of the other team members, she kind of like walks up and she has some things to say to the guy. And so it was funny how they did the editing where he looked up like, "Bitch, why is you here?" It was giving Jocelyn Hernandez, "Ho, why are you here?" And so I don't know. I understood. I feel both sides of her because it didn't show how far she took it. Right. Whether she like swiped the customer from him or something like that, or made content from that situation herself after he just interviewed the person for content. So I don't know. Like maybe she felt like she was just helping him out a little bit and just asking a question. I don't know. I understand where it's like, girl, if you see that we all supposed to be working individually, why the fuck is you over here messing with my stuff? That's like being in high school or junior high when we all sectioned off in different groups and stuff, and y'all working on y'all stuff, and then somebody from the other group come over there trying to see what y'all doing. Like, hey man, go back over there to your square. Like, why are you over here bothering us? Like, it's one of those type of things, right? Like, get from over here. You're not in my group type thing. And so I understood how he felt from that standpoint. Like, I got this. Like, I don't need your help over here. Like, we all supposed to be working individually anyway. I got it. I don't need you to, like, what you over here for? But for her, she's like, damn, ain't mean no harm. I was just coming by just saying whoop, 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 and I was going to keep going. So she got emotional and she started crying. Baby, let me tell you what was messy. Stormi PR person, I cannot think of her name. I think I still follow her on social media. But she up there laughing and she got her fanning. And I said, girl, you so unprofessional. You so damn unprofessional, child. And Stormi said, I do not think this is funny. This is not fun. I'm like, Stormi, bitch, you want to laugh. Because it was funny. It was funny. But as the boss, I understand you not needing to laugh and needing to understand everybody's side and everything. Okay. So I get that. But I believe things may have gotten resolved at the end. Not sure. I know the team member, the lady, she was like, I just feel like if you felt the way, you should have been said something to me. You shouldn't have waited until Stormi got here to say something. And I'm like, true, because I feel like you slick did it to embarrass me. But also the other thought is, well, maybe they didn't feel comfortable telling your ass privately. Maybe they need to say it in front of Stormi where they feel like somebody will have their back. So for him to be like, you needed to, what he said, sometimes you need to be called out in front of people. And she was like, you wanted a moment. He was like, he said something like, I don't need a moment. I have a following and all this stuff. At some point, he just stopped making sense a little bit, okay? At some point, he did stop making sense. But, you know, it is what it is. I think he did say that, though, to say some shit to her in front of Stormi. Because the way he was talking, I don't think he was too afraid of her to have a conversation at a later time. So I think he did want to call her out in front of Stormi. You was being messy. I'll be honest, while you sitting up there talking about you lost respect for her, bitch, I would have lost respect for you. I don't know if I'll trust your little ass again. Okay? Don't come over here asking me how to help you do shit. Go over there. Go over there. Go ask Kylan. Don't ask me. Don't ask me eat motherfucking thing. Okay? But you know, when you're a team, you're supposed to work together. So you're supposed to put your differences aside and be fake for at least 10 minutes. Wait, try. Let's keep going. So Fumi and them sit down, right? And Fumi tells Tiffany about her damn self, okay? And she tells her what she said. And Tiffany is like, I don't remember saying it. And then she basically tells her something about the best friend. I think she said like, oh, something, my best friend. And so Tiffany says, I don't remember saying it. And Fumi said, well, you did say it. She was like, well, I'm not saying I didn't say it, okay? Because if I said it, I said it. I'm just saying I don't remember saying it. BITCH, whether you remember saying it or you don't, I'm telling you that you did. So what else is going on? I'm telling you that you did. You ain't got to remember it because clearly, according to you, if I said it, I said it. Okay. Okay. And I'm telling you exactly what the fuck you said. It's like very weird. Very weird woman. I'm sorry. So during this sit down conversation, you know, Fumi pretty much tells Tiffany how she made her feel. Like everybody else was more warming. You didn't really come off that way. And Tiffany's like, well, I know the type of person that I am and I'm this and that. And I don't think I made you feel. Conversation's over. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. I hope your party continues to go well. This is great. Okay. Because she would have got hit with that. Okay. All right. She would have got hit. I don't think I made you feel. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I was able to come. This looks nice. All right. I'm going to catch y'all. Okay. I'll see you later, girl. All right. Okay. Y'all have a good time. Would have got the fuck up out that hole. You understand? Because if I'm telling you what it is and you're going to tell me that's not how I felt, you don't get to tell me how the fuck I felt, lady. Okay? You don't get to do that, woman. Okay. Now, those may not have been your intentions is one thing like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, like those were not my intentions. Okay. I did not intend to do that. But if that is how things ended for you and that's how you felt, then, you know, that is, you know, my apologies. However it is, ho. But girl, no, ma'am. So it looked like Tiffany and Stormi gonna bump heads because Stormi was over there looking surprised earlier when Amber told her she was gonna have to do some cleanup. She said, wait a minute, honey. I thought they had other folks for that. I thought I was just I thought I was just pretty much a greeter, okay? I thought I was just like, hey, welcome, come on in, honey. I didn't know I had to pick up some stuff. Then she gonna walk her ass over there and pick that tissue up out that person's hand as if she was on Coming to Fucking America. Whatever you like, okay? Girl, go sit your down. Okay? Go sit down, girl. Crazy behavior. But that's what's going on with the ladies over there in Belle Collector, Birmingham. Tiffany, baby, let me tell you something, love. I'm really not trying to ride your back. I really am not, girl. I just have to call it how I see it. And I feel like the dog. Okay? We are one. But that's all I got. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.